So I was going to do this YouTube the other night, and I was so tired I couldn't even talk. Um, this is a McDonald's YouTube. Two things. I was out in the suburbs doing this thing, and I was out in Oak Brook, and I didn't really want to eat McDonald's, but I was really, really hungry, and I had to just get something to eat before I went back. And there's this really big McDonald's, and I was like, whatever, I'm going to go to this McDonald's. So I go into this McDonald's, and it's like fucking insane. I'm just like, I was just so, so fancy, and like, there's like these newspapers, and like it's like news, and it's like there's 3 separate things for soda, and like the bathrooms are crazy, and there's one area where like you go in the back, and there's like this like it's almost like a Starbucks. There's like this faux fireplace and like these nice seats, and then in the front of the place there's like all this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is up with this McDonald's? I've never seen a McDonald's this tricked out before, ever. And I'm like, so I walk up to this lady, and I'm like, I think she thinks that I'm gonna like bitch, like I'm gonna be pissed. And I just walked up to her, and I'm like, this is the most whack McDonald's I've ever seen. I'm like, this is the most like tripped out, fancy McDonald's ever. Like, I think she's thinking like, she's like, oh, and she like starts laughing. Like, I think she thinks I'm gonna be like, this is the most fucked up, fucking like shitty. You guys are shitty. Like, you know what I mean? I think she thinks I'm gonna complain, and I'm like, what is up with this? I'm like, what in the hell? And I'm like, I know your headquarters is in Oak Brook, right? I'm like, McDonald's? And she's like, yeah, they're right over there. And like, I look across the parking lot, and there's like this big like office building, and I'm like, oh, like right over there. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. So I'm like, do you guys have like executives coming in here all the time, like bugging you, and like, you know, with clipboards, and like, hey, what's up? What's this? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's insanity. I mean, this thing was like ridiculous. Like, I'm surprised they didn't have like McDonald's napping stations and shit. I mean, it was just like, it was a hotel. I mean, it was a McDonald's. It was just insane. I was just like, whatever. So I just had to tell you about that. So, oh, and then on my way out, I was sat outside, and this gentleman, like, he saw that the lip of my soda wasn't fully on, and he was like, miss, I just want to let you know that your soda's not fully on. He was like developmentally disabled, retarded, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know what it is about. I don't know. I think those people are closer to God or something. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, they just make my heart hurt or ache, or I don't know what it is. Because I know I shouldn't feel sorry for them, because I know they're fine and they're good and they're having good lives, and they're not sad about who they are. You know what I mean? Like, but I think it makes me, I get the sad feeling when I feel a strong presence of God. And I don't know what it is. I've talked to different people about it before, spiritual advisors and stuff, and some of them have told me that they think it's my desire or my close yearning, like my connection with God, or my desire to connect with God, that it's a yearning. It's not really sadness, you know what I mean? So I think the reason why I get so sad around people who are mentally disabled is not because I'm sad for them exactly. I think it's because I can connect. I know that they're close to God. I know that their spirits are very, very close to God. And so I feel God very strongly around them. And so when I feel the presence of God very strongly, I feel this weird sadness. And so I get very sad, even though sadness is not exactly what I'm feeling. I've been in churches before and started to cry, even though I knew I wasn't really sad about anything. It's not like I was crying because I was sad about anything. I hate to even really talk about that because it's really hard to explain. Anyway, so it was really nice of him to say that, and I really appreciated it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, he was just saying it because it was out of just a pure, like, and he said, like, I didn't want you to spill, you know? Like, he saw that, he noticed it, and he wanted to be kind to me and help me. Anyway, secondarily, there was this McDonald's commercial before the last Office I watched on the internet. I just want to make sure, like, no one's coming in my house. Because they are coming in my house. I think it's my roommate. Anyway, this McDonald's commercial was before the last Office I watched. So it was a big commercial, and then it was commercial free or some shit. And this commercial was all like this weird, like, shutlay. It was like whatever. It was like fancy. It's McCafe or whatever. So it would have a word like a blah 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 L-E, and then it would be like blah blah lay. Like they would like make this word like whatever it was. Shutlay. And then at the very end of the commercial, they didn't show this word, but then they were like, yeah, blah blah blah. It'll be possibli. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I don't say possibli. I say possibli. Because that's like a word for my family, like possibli. I don't know, my dad makes up all these fucking different words. Like a ton of them. Like whatever. I could go on and on and on about different things that he says and makes up and shit. But one of them is possibli. Like, oh, I don't know, possibli. It's like possibly, but it's like possibli. And the fact that they say possibli in this McDonald's commercial, I was like, oh, no, you didn't. You did not rip off the gay boy possibli. I'm going to have other people in the world, like, other people in life that say possibli. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know who you are if you're watching this. So, yeah, I was like, oh, no, McDonald's. Oh, no. You do not get to say possibli when I say possibli. So, yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that right now, McDonald's. I was already in your weirdo, freaky hotel McDonald's in Oak Brook. And now you do not get to possibli my possibli. I will possibli kick your ass. So, that's all I gotta say about that. So, anyway, that's that. That's the McDonald's edition of this particular vlog.